guys, it's Time Gazer 666, and today we're coming back to Trick and Treat. So we're gonna start off from where we left off. Little time has passed since I started to look for my friends, and I already can't stand this place. Yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into it. I'm going crazy in this forest. The darkness that covers it is unnatural. It is a darkness that steals your own sanity, replacing it with anxiety. To make it worse, the air is damp and cold, as in winter, carrying a strong rot smell. Sounds like my backyard. That was, yeah. Because it's like a bushland forest behind my house. Yeah, in the winter, it's great. As if there were corpses of animals hidden throughout the forest. Yeah, it definitely sounds like the foresty place behind my house. The atmosphere in this place is oppressive. With every step you take, it makes you more uncomfortable. Since I started to look for my friends, I felt that something is watching me, but there is nothing. I sigh, with my voice full of frustration. I just want to get out of here. I continue to walk, devoid of any hope. No matter where I look or how much I walk, I find nothing. I cannot even hear the sound of animals. Rather, it seems they are already dead and rotting. No, I have to calm myself. Wait, I can't remember the names of the characters. Is Axel me? Shit. I said to myself, yeah, so yeah, I think that's me. I stop for a moment to rest. I breathe deeply, but the rotten air of this place does me no good. Immediately I start to cough as if I had something stuck in my throat. Shit. What am I going to do? This cursed forest seems endless. And even by the miracle I could escape, I cannot abandon Stephen and Alfred. Stephen. I mean, Stephen's a normal name. Alfred is also a normal name, actually. It's just, I've never actually met an Alfred before. The only Alfred I can think of is from Batman. I'm really screwed up. Again, I sigh, feeling on the verge of tears. My frustration is building up, but I have to do my best to keep calm. If I fall into despair, then there is no doubt I will be joining the list of missing people. Persons? In the end, I decide to keep walking. Step by step, I should get somewhere. At least I was convinced that staying in the same place would not do me any good, even if it was only to deceive myself, feeling that I am doing something. I want to continue walking. Time passes without any changes. It's kind of creepy because it's really dark outside because it's nighttime, and yeah, it's creepy. Cause dark forest, don't look outside. It's like, no, it's dark outside. Awesome. Only the sound of my footsteps can be heard. Knowing that as soon as you stop, you will be surrounded by a dead silence is a good incentive to keep walking. But my legs were already hurting. Suddenly I hear a crack at my feet. Instantly I take a step back and look below to see what made that sound. What is this? I whispered to myself, surprised, discovering that I had stepped on animal bones. I believe that it's from an animal, although I do not rule out the possibility that it belongs to a person. But for my own good, I prefer not to think about that. An expression of anguish is drawn on my face. It is best to ignore it. I have to keep walking. Suddenly, my flashlight reveals something. Without hesitation, I point towards there again. Oh god. Oh, it's a cat. Ew. Only to realize with the surprise that it was a white cat. The one from before which made that awful meow, but this time I find it laying on the ground. It appears to have been fainted and wounded, and is wounded. What should I do? Pick the cat up. Pick the cat up. Ignore the cat. Yeah, we'll pick it up. Wait. I then bend down and closer. She is unconscious and there is a thin line of blood coming from her mouth. I'm a real idiot, I said to myself as, at the same time, I cleaned the blood from her mouth with a handkerchief that I had with me. Fortunately, she didn't wake up. I then closed her mouth, making her appearance a little better. Now she seems to be peacefully sleeping. After a long sigh, I decide to pick her up carefully. I don't know what the power of this cat are. But if she brought me here, maybe she can return me to my world. With her in my arms, I decide what the best thing I can do is to continue walking. 2:31 a.m. I found myself in a dark forest walking aimlessly. Only moving forward, but it didn't seem I was getting somewhere. In my arms I carry the cat, which sleeps soundly. Come here. Here you'll be safe. I suddenly stopped. It was probably easy to see the disbelief on my face at that moment. It's that voice again. I whispered it to myself, with no one to listen to me. Shortly after I found the cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It's a female voice. A feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale, but I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy, or is it the forest that doesn't make any sense? I don't know, but I don't like any of these two options. I then feel the cat move in my arms. I look down at her confused, just to see how she opens her red eyes suddenly. I became quiet at that instant. For a moment the two stayed motionless, staring into the eyes of the other. The red eyes of the cat are disturbing to me, but also there is something fascinating about them, something that attracts me. I lost my mind in her eyes, as if hypnotized, until suddenly she jumps with the intention of scratching my face. My reflex is pushing her at the same time. I jumped back to dodge her claws. I managed to dodge her attack, but in the process I dropped my flashlight. I panicked and acted clumsily. The flashlight falls near me, lighting up a tree as soon as I left my hand, how dense this normal darkness is. I quickly pick it up, but not even thinking about taking action. I then light the place where the cat was, only to discover she had grilly as if she feared an attack from me. Those red eyes stare at me, shining with the light of the flashlight, as if there were jewels reflecting a fearsome hatred and rejection towards me. My body freezes after seeing them. I can't even think. The cat then lets out a thunderous meow, similar to the one before, but weaker. Also, although not any less frightening. There is no doubt there is something wrong with that animal. It must be cursed. Everything in her is her fault. She must be some kind of evil spirit, a pet of the witches. I feel how panic seized me. My heart beats quickly, begging me to do something. My mouth is dry, my forehead covered with cold sweat. What should I do? Confront the cat. No, I should not despise. I should calm down and think carefully about what I should do. With that in mind, I take a breath deep and look again at her. Soon the expression in my eyes changes from fear to courage. I realize it is only a cat, without a doubt a strange one, but my life is not actually in danger. That isn't a tiger staring at me, but a simple cat. Apparently her only power are those weird meows. If she could kill me, she would have already done it. So I rule out that possibility. Her work must be transporting the next victim to this area of the forest, so unnatural and shady. After filling my lungs with air, I slowly walk towards the cat. Her meows get louder with every step, but I don't let them scare me. I do not turn my back. She takes a step back. In my mind, I smiled at that image. The prey is now the hunter. I look at her directly while advancing. Little by little, her meows become weaker, as if she was losing strength. Then I suddenly jump and take her in my hands. She hardly resists at all. Not so tough now, right? You look better like this. She trembles in my hands. She looks so helpless that I almost felt like a villain. But I must not forget all that she has done so far. It's her fault that I'm in this place. She brought me here. Then if I kill her, would it be possible to go back? For a moment that grim idea crossed my mind. I had never killed an animal. Truth is that I can't be proud of myself for doing such a thing. But if I do, maybe this legend could end here and now. Then what should I do? Dude, I'm not killing a cat. It is only logical. The magic should die along with the cat. What should be my ticket back? If I kill her, everything would be over tonight, and the legend would come to an end. Confident that it was for the best, I tried to view it in my mind. But no matter how hard I forced myself to see it, in the end I was unable to take the life of another living being. Even if it is a cursed cat serving a witch, I don't feel good killing it. I think I'm too nice for my own good. So, the only thing that remains is to keep her with me, hoping that sooner or later she will allow me to escape. With nothing more to think about, I decide the best thing is to do is to continue my path. Let's turn that off. 2:41. It's been a few minutes since I captured the cat. Again, I find myself walking with her in my arms, led by the strange voice. How long have I been walking in this forest? Apparently not enough to make me go mad, but it should be close. Don't be afraid. Come with me. I'll help you. The voice sounds closer this time. It seems that I am going in the right direction. I don't fully trust it, but it's the best I have. At least at first glance it seems a friendly voice. I am completely focused on my way when I suddenly feel something bite me. What the heck? I shout in pain, realizing that the cat bit my arm. Fortunately, it wasn't a dangerous bite, but it sure was painful. With my distraction, she takes the chance to jump from my arms, falling a few steps away from me. Quickly, I set my gaze upon her furiously. But soon something happened that makes me forget about my anger. there a cat in front of me, but a girl with incredible beauty. I must really be going crazy. She has white hair and red eyes. Dude, are those shouting guns? Nah, jokes. She seems about my age. In other circumstances, I would have asked her out without hesitation. Just thinking about it makes me laugh to myself in my mind. Even that edge of madness, it seems some things about me will never change. With no fear. Wait. She approaches me slowly. Slowly towards me, one step at a time, with no fear. The girl then stares into my eyes with a slightly irritated face. Her lips are moving. She seems to be saying something, but I am unable to hear a sound. Are you trying to tell me something? I babbled, still confused, with a face of disbelief which surely made me look stupid. Said the girl, with a very low voice. I do not understand what she is saying. I can't hear you. Well, I asked, still confused. Suddenly the girl pouts, in a bad mood. What's wrong with you? Are you deaf? Finally, I can hear her clearly. And just in time, because it seems her patience was about to end. Okay, now I hear you, I said, annoyed. All of my astonishment from just a few seconds ago disappears when I see the arrogant attitude of the girl. At least now I don't think she will bite me, I hope. The girl then snouts with irritation. What an annoying girl. Wait, what an annoying guy I had to find, she said. At the time she placed a hand on her lips, making a pensive face. Wait, you shouldn't speak ill of someone you have right before you. I was quick to respond. For a moment I feel annoyed at the thought that I have to teach manners to the spirit, or whatever she is. A pity, so much beauty wasted on someone so arrogant. The girl let out a snout of angerance after hearing me. Annoyance. I'm sorry, it's a bad habit that I can't quit, she answered, without sounding very repentant. Clearly, a false apology. After talking, she gazed towards the surrounding as if she was bored. I see, I replied, annoyed. I just met her and I already feel like I don't like her. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I must not forget who this girl is. She was the cat that started it all. Anyway, at least, could you tell me why you attacked me and my friends? I asked shortly after, acting more seriously. The greetings were over. It's time to get to the important stuff. And why did you bite me if I wasn't doing anything? Before I knew it, my lips moved, asking another question. I cannot lie, I was angry. The girl then stared at my face. She blinks with curiosity before speaking. Does it hurt, the wound? She asked innocently. Yes. I was quick to respond with annoyance. I didn't need to say anymore. Of course it hurts me. She looks at me in silence for a few seconds until suddenly she approaches me without any shyness or fear. One second thought, how could a simple animal such as me scare a cat that can turn into a person? Show me your way, she said the girl once she stood right next to me. The presence makes me nervous. This girl seems to not know what personal space is. Seeing as it is soon, I have never had a girl this close, if only it wasn't in the forest. I don't know why, but I shouldn't trust her, but strangely something tells me that she has no bad intentions. The girl is surrounded by a calm aura, something pure unlike anything else in the forest. In the end, resigning myself with a sigh, I show her my arm with the bite. Immediately the girl sets her sight on the wound. It will only take a moment. You wake up your voice. It'll only take a moment. No, that was gay. She said with complete confidence. Then she looks up into my eyes. Could you close your eyes? She asks as she blushes slightly. I am surprised to see that embarrassed face she has, even if just a little. Then I sigh, feeling something wasn't right, but there is nothing else I can do. Okay. I said, doing what she asked. I didn't know what to expect. For a moment I thought she would get naked or something like that. But it can work only when you have no clues. I don't know. But my mind sure wanted to imagine that. Come on, Axel, keep your composure. Suddenly, I feel something warm and wet touch my wound. Immediately, I shudder. Wait, what are you doing? It's a stupid question because I knew well what she was doing. She was licking my wound. You idiot. You said you could watch. I was quick to respond to the cat. With her cheeks red in embarrassment and her lips still closed to my wound, she looks adorably troubled. Don't you see that I'm trying to heal you? She then added in a bad mood. I'm sorry. No, it said sorry. I said blushing. I thought you would do something more extraordinary. Now I'm not sure. Is she a girl who can transform into a cat, or a cat that can transform into a girl? Wait, that can become a girl. Sorry to disappoint you, but no. You're not being extraordinary enough, muttered the girl at the time. She gives me an annoyed look, red eyes shining with disgust. It is then that I realize that the pain has disappeared. With curiosity, I look where the wound was, only to discover that there is no trace of it. For a couple of seconds I stay silent. It seems that your treatment worked. I finally say grateful, still looking at the spot. But of course, I have experienced healing myself, answered the girl, closing her eyes and inflaming her chest to show her pride. I actually appreciate what she did, but I still wonder if she really had to lick to cure. I understand, but who are you? The girl makes a small snort with curiosity after hearing my question. Then she tilts her head and closes her eyes, making a thoughtful face. It seems I have not presented myself. She opens her eyes and gazes into mine. My name is Ashley. Oh, I've got a title for this video. Oh yeah. Never mind. It just came to me. I'll remember it. So that's her name. I expected something more extravagant. My name's Axel. By the way, have you ever been accused of witchcraft? Okay then. Before I knew it, I asked that question. I guess it was rather rude from me, completely lacking in manners. But I must not forget for even a second that I am in this cursed forest. As she suddenly becomes silent at plain sight, it was obvious she didn't take it well. She takes her time before responding. Yes, but that was a long time ago. Then she closes her eyes and exhales empty her lungs. She seems to be recalling something painful. Just seeing her made me feel guilty. I'm sorry. It was not my intention to make you remember it. I said, slightly remorseful. No doubt, but to be accused of witchcraft must have been a horrible experience. So Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. It's okay. It's not like I can blame your curiosity seeing where we are. Then she looks at me closely with curious eyes. By the way, how do you know about me? Perhaps you are a sorcerer who was this past century? She asked, narrowing her eyes as if she was trying to see the inside of my mind. What kind of question is that? No, nothing like that, I answered at the moment. I'm just an ordinary person. I omitted boring, but she didn't seem to know that. It's just that there are stories about witches in this forest. But as you can see, the stories are not very convincing, or else I wouldn't be here. I explained, trying to remove any doubt that Ashley may have. Again, she closes her eyes and nods. I understand. She pauses, looks me in the eyes. It's because of those stupid myths that stupid humans come in this forest, just like you. And then said, looking at me with rejection, wait, what are you trying to say? We are to blame? I replied, feeling offended. Ashley suddenly looks at me, disgusted. Are you an idiot? I mean, if you were asking me personally, I'd probably say yes. Yes. If you hadn't come, my existence would be nice and peaceful instead this chaos that it is every year, she said, ending this with a sigh of frustration. But you're the one who causes all this. I was quick to respond. I don't even bother to hide my anger. I can't believe what she says. How arrogant can she be? Ashley opens her eyes, wide surprise, and she looks at me with annoyance in her red eyes. Do you not understand, stupid human? Definitely, I don't like this girl. I'm only trying to protect you. Her words take me by surprise. Who? I exclaimed curiously. I can't read. Jesus Christ. You attacked me and my friends. Only to protect us? Yes. She simply replied. At the same time, she nods, filled with pride and confidence. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I cannot believe how arrogant and self-centered this girl is. After everything she did to me and my friends, I can't stand her any longer. Wait. I had only taken a few steps when I hear her calling me. She sounds really worried. You don't understand the real danger you're in here. I stop in my tracks as soon as I hear her. Real danger? I whispered, feeling some doubts. Suddenly I shiver. Doesn't look like she was lying. Yes, I try to chase them away using illusions. Other times I hit them with my powers, and at last resort I scared them directly as it was your case. She confessed, blushing a little as if she felt embarrassed of remembering. And why do you do that? I asked, confused. Something isn't right here. Ashley stares at me with her red eyes. If they continue with their curiosity, they will meet an evil entity that will take their lives. What you say doesn't sound very convincing. I immediately interrupted. The only evil entity here is you. Ashley shakes her head in denial. You are wrong. I am the good one. Then she says, looking into my eyes with pure innocence in hers. I could only laugh at that comment. It had to be a joke. After doing all that, you say you're good? Don't laugh. I'm only trying to protect you, replied Ashley, furious, while waving her arms. She then crosses her arms and gives me an unpleasant look. Do you expect me to believe that? I replied sarcastically. Dude, I'm so sarcastic, it's great. What she said made no sense, but somehow she seemed oddly convinced it was the truth. She was surely a bit wrong in the head. Oh my god, this game. But it's true. You have to believe me. This time she sounds really worried about me. I actually feel a little sorry for her. Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. Oh no. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand, I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? I asked, distrustful. But after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Ashley nods, full of confidence. Why not? I promise you. I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, but why do you want me to hold your hand? I asked at the same time I extend my hand. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised after hearing my question. Then she stares at me with annoyance. Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest, she said just as she takes my hand in one quick motion. I then find myself being dragged by this strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes, I said. Looking back for a second, I felt really curious about who she was. You ignore that voice. It charms men to make her victims. Think of it as a siren. Oh, that makes sense actually. Ashley explains in bad mood, with her eyes always looking to the forest out front. It seems she didn't get along well with whoever that person or entity was. Wouldn't you be the one who collects souls for fools? I asked without question. Seriously, need more experience than dealing with a girl. If only I were more popular. Ashley stops suddenly. She then turns at me, showing me a furious face. You idiot, I already said I'm the good one. For a moment I thought she was going to hit me on the head. But fortunately she stopped before doing so, or biting me again. Okay. I meekly respond, as if I were a scold child. But if you sure to give me the worst indigestion in your life. You idiot, I don't eat humans, replied Ashley, ending with an ignored snort. Okay, after this I'm just gonna end it here, I guess. I don't know how long I've been recording. Not that long, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So I'm just going for the save thingy. Yes, I'm gonna leave it here. And catch you all later. Peace.